Duval, what up? It's your boy Ruben. You know what it is. New week, new video. Stand up. Be proud of your boys. 24-0 week 2 against the Colts. Bust their ass. 38-10 cross-country trip to the Chargers. Bust their ass. And the reason you should be hyped, despite what a lot of people would say, and even I stated in the previous video, said I wanted to see the Chargers at full strength because we didn't even need the win. I just wanted to see us keep it close because this was a game that I thought could set the tone for the rest of the season, right? So we got a half measure, maybe a 3/4 measure, okay? Because J.C. Jackson didn't play, Keenan Allen didn't play, but we got Justin Herbert to play, right? And then the tackle and Joey Bosa ended up leaving mid-game. But they were already losing and being dominated in every facet of the game before all those things happened. Now, to, I guess, put a little salt in the mix, right? So, yes, we didn't play them at full strength. But we also didn't play our best football until later in the game because what ended up happening was we got into the red zone 3-4 times and only ended up having to settle for field goals. And in the past, that would have been something that would have broken this team. But we overcame, adjusted, and did the things we needed to do. And that's what good football teams do. And what were some of those adjustments? Well, you've seen renewed emphasis on the running game. James Robinson, 100 yards, took off for 50 at one point in this game, has been having a stupendous season. Trevor Lawrence, I believe I read 2.39 seconds from snap to throw. The emphasis has been get the ball out of your hand. We have an understanding that this O-line, especially against Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack, we're probably not going to be able to hold up. So we had to get the ball out of his hands, and he did so. And Trevor Lawrence looked decisive. They clearly emphasized making quick checks. If this guy's not here, check it down. If this guy's not here, then this guy's open. And if he's not open, check it down, depending on down, distance, whatever the scenario was. That is great, phenomenal offensive coaching. I repeat, Doug Peterson is part of the Andy Reid coaching tree. And I have been a big fan of Andy Reid. I think he is a offensive genius. And he was part of that coaching tree, and we're bringing that here. We're still not offensively where I think we can be because I had high hopes for Evan Ingram, but we're not even featuring him, and I do believe that has a lot more to do with the fact that we have to get the ball out so quickly. So a lot of the stuff that they do like to do with the bootlegs and the RPOs, run pass option, usually take time to develop. And when you got a guy with that kind of speed, they want to get guys on crossers. And being that the emphasis was on getting the ball out quicker, some of those plays don't really work out. So Christian Kirk ate. Zay Jones got some timely catches. Marvin Jones did his thing. And a lot of people were laughing, saying we didn't get him any help. And this is exactly how I would design an offense if I couldn't get stars here in Jacksonville. And what do I mean by that? No, they don't have Julio Jones in his prime. They don't have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, like those they don't have Cooper Kupps, Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. Not everybody does. But what they do have is professional wide receivers. Guys that understand down, distance, the little nuances of the game, how to make an in-cut, out-cut look like a go route. Those are big deals. They might not be superstars, but they're chain movers and they're professional wide receivers. When the ball hits their hands, you're expected to catch it. We don't have guys that are learning the position. Laviska Shenault, DJ Chark. And while I was high on those guys, it was highly based on potential. And it is what it is. So unfortunately, it didn't work out. So what do? You get guys that already understand the nuances of the game. When this team makes a move within the next season or two for a big-time wide receiver, watch this offense explode. all we need, and to be honest with you, this kind of system doesn't require a true top 5 type wide receiver. It doesn't require it. A lot of this system is scheming guys open. It's very reminiscent of kind of the Kyle Shanahan kind of model. They got Deebo Samuel. I'm taking nothing from him. Who really looks at him as like a wide receiver who's routing dudes up? They get him open and they allow him to do what he does best, which is yards after catch. They get him in space. Use your strength and the speed you do have. Those are things that they scheme up. And if you get a superstar wide receiver in that kind of scheme, great, but it's not predicated on that. You'll see a lot of these guys tend to not spend the money on those type of receivers in these systems. Now, O-line, even though we were getting the ball out quicker, those guys are getting coached up. Juwan Taylor looked good, and I've been bagging on Juwan Taylor for some time. We're improving each week, but the biggest thing that has me excited is the potential of this defense. I thought after week 1, Trayvon Walker might be the guy that wins Defensive Rookie of the Year. Devin Lloyd is having a hell of a 3 weeks. He's on pace for roughly 150 tackles, multiple picks already, and he hasn't even got a sack yet, which I'm not sure is his best thing, but I thought in college, Devin Lloyd was the kind of guy out. He was the person I was most excited for in the draft at the end of the first round when they made the move to go get him, because truth be told, I wasn't hype about Trayvon Walker at number 1 overall. I didn't like the prospect of taking a project player with the first overall pick. But drafting Devin Lloyd made me okay with the drafting of Trayvon Walker, because I thought Devin Lloyd was the best linebacker in the draft, period. And the reason he fell was, I believe he ran sub 4.5. He ran like in the 4.6 range, which shook a lot of people up. And I think he had a hamstring or some kind of injury, I believe. You guys can double check that and let me know in the comments. But I do know that he didn't run the way people thought he was going to run. His combine probably wasn't quite what they thought. But if you looked at the tape at Utah, dude was just a monster. He was, in my opinion, the best linebacker in the nation, at least best linebacker prospect. And you saw why, because he does everything. He's sideline to sideline. He's always in the passing lane. Now, I think he has pass rush ability, but we're not seeing a lot of it considering that we're always sending Josh Allen, Trayvon Walker. But if we start covering better in the secondary, and the secondary has done their thing, don't get me wrong, but if we can start having more faith in the secondary to leave guys singled up more, and Tyson Campbell, you got to get your head around, man. It's only year 2, so I'm not going to, harp too bad on him, because I think he's our best corner. And if he can learn to get his head around, he can be a Pro Bowl caliber corner. But if we could trust those guys to hold up in one-on-one situations, and we could start sending Devin Lloyd and the speedy Aluakun, this defense can be a nightmare for other offenses. Can't wait to see what we do with the Philadelphia Eagles. And this is I love the way we're leveling up in competition so that we can kind of continue testing ourselves. This team is going to be highly motivated to win one for Coach Doug P. And why? Because Philadelphia Eagles is where he was fired unceremoniously. And so I'm not going to go on a limb and say this is another situation where we just got to keep it close. Philadelphia has arguably the best roster in the league, and the only question about them, they're stacked. O-line, D-line, secondary, linebackers now. They used to have a bad habit of not wanting to draft linebackers, but they left into Nakobe Dean because he just kept falling to them. And you want to talk about just destiny? But anyway, Philly's no joke. The only question about them was Jalen Hurts, and a lot of people were on the Jalen Hurts bandwagon. He's played phenomenal the last couple weeks. I can't lie in front on that at all. People that know me know that I'm not a big Jalen Hurts fan. I did not think he could throw. As of right now, it looks like he has improved on that. I will make that admission. But I also don't feel like he's really been tested, and I think we present a different kind of defense that we're not going to just sit and let him kind of dictate things. We're going to send the hounds at him. Now, again, they have a great O-line. So I wonder how effective our pass rush is going to be. But I expect a good, hard-fought game. Even if we lose, if we keep this close, it's going to mean everything because we are going to know we can beat anybody. We should be 3-0. We got a skunking of the Colts, who's supposed to win this division, and we got a 38-10 ass whipping of the Chargers, who is supposed to be a Super Bowl contender. Philadelphia Eagles is the next stop, and we're coming. We are coming for them. I expect a hard-fought game. Let's see if Jalen Hurts can do it 3 games in a row. What y'all think? Let me know. I'm hyped for the season. I'm trying not to jump out the window and just declare playoffs, but I think we're going to be able to tell a lot through the first quarter-ish of the season because now it's 17 games. After this weekend, depending on how we look with Philly, I think we can have enough of a stretch to kind of make more of a determination of what we can expect going forward. All right? Let me know what y'all think. Any ideas, thoughts, comments, how y'all feeling about the team, the direction of the team, what y'all think is going to go down this season, and what y'all think we're going to do against the Philadelphia Eagles. Hit your boy back. Peace.